Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Future Force Skies and Steel. Please subscribe and like my videos because today we are bringing you one of the most shocking updates from the Russia-Ukraine conflict, a strike that has sent shockwaves across the world and rattled the very heart of Moscow's skyline. Ukrainian drones have reportedly hit the $3 billion Evolution Tower, a futuristic architectural masterpiece in Moscow City, and this has raised countless questions about security, symbolism, resilience, and the ongoing high-tech face of modern warfare. In this detailed review, we will take a deep dive into the exterior of the tower, its stunning interior, the way it has performed under stress, its safety features, unique selling points that made it so iconic, the unimaginable price tag it carried, and finally a conclusion that ties this moment into the larger narrative of war, symbolism, and resilience. The Evolution Tower is not just another skyscraper. Standing tall at 255 meters, it is a symbol of Russia's modern ambitions, blending cutting-edge design with national pride. From the outside, the building is breathtaking. Its twisting spiral, like design, resembles a DNA helix, meant to symbolize progress, continuity, and innovation. Before the strike, the tower was celebrated globally as one of the most impressive skyscrapers in Europe, often compared to the great towers in Dubai or Shanghai. Its exterior facade, made of gleaming glass and steel, reflected Moscow's growing status as a financial hub. But the drone strike exposed just how fragile even the most iconic and fortified buildings can be in the face of precision warfare. Images and footage showed shattered glass, scorched surfaces, and emergency teams working around the clock to contain damage. For many in Moscow, seeing the Evolution Tower damaged wasn't just about the physical structure. It was about the psychological blow of realizing that the war had penetrated the heart of their city. If we step inside the Evolution Tower, the picture becomes even more dramatic. The interior of this building was designed to be luxurious, modern, and futuristic. Imagine walking through high-ceilinged lobbies decorated with marble and artistic lighting installations, corridors lined with glass partitions that made the entire interior glow with natural light, and office spaces that offered panoramic views of the Moscow skyline. The Evolution Tower wasn't just a workspace. It was a symbol of success, wealth, and architectural ingenuity. Inside, there were some of the most expensive office rentals in the city, with multinational companies and Russian corporations vying for a piece of this luxury. The tower also included premium conference halls, high-speed elevators, integrated climate control systems, and intelligent security networks. It was a place where executives held billion-dollar meetings, where international deals were signed, and where Moscow projected its vision of being a global business hub. The strike disrupted this aura of prestige. Reports suggested alarms blared across multiple floors. Glass partitions shattered violently. Smoke filled ventilation ducts, and luxury interiors worth millions of dollars were suddenly reduced to rubble and debris. The psychological weight of this event was immense. Workers and business leaders who once felt untouchable inside the polished steel and glass shell realized that technology of war could penetrate even the safest seeming walls. For a country that has always prided itself on resilience and strength, seeing this interior disruption was a jarring reminder of vulnerability. When it comes to performance, the Evolution Tower had always been a showpiece. It was engineered with precision to withstand wind pressures, harsh winters, and even seismic activity. The tower's twisting design was not only aesthetic, but also structural, distributing loads in a way that made it highly stable. Engineers claimed the building could withstand high levels of stress and external shocks, but drone warfare brought a new type of challenge, Unlike natural forces, a drone strike targets specific weak points, glass panels, critical infrastructure systems, or even structural joints. The footage showed that while the tower withstood the attack without collapsing, its performance in terms of maintaining safety for occupants was questioned. Fire suppression systems activated, alarms worked, and emergency evacuation plans were followed, but the fact that drones could reach the tower highlighted a weakness in urban defense rather than the tower itself. Its performance as a piece of architecture was commendable. It stood tall even after the strike, but as a symbol of untouchable modernity, its performance was shaken. Safety features had always been one of the selling points of the Evolution Tower. Equipped with advanced fire safety systems, smoke detectors, sprinkler networks, and reinforced escape staircases, the tower was designed to keep its occupants safe in any emergency. Security included biometric access, 24/7 surveillance, and integration with Moscow's broader emergency response systems. But drone warfare is a completely new kind of threat. No fire exit or sprinkler system can prevent an aerial strike. In this sense, the building's safety features functioned as intended for internal emergencies, but were inadequate in preventing or mitigating external attacks. What stood out was how quickly occupants were evacuated and how emergency services rushed to the scene, showing that while the systems in place worked effectively, the larger question remains: how can skyscrapers, no matter how advanced, protect against modern weapons that are designed to bypass conventional defenses? This incident has sparked debates worldwide on how future urban architecture might incorporate anti-drone technologies as part of their safety designs. The Evolution Tower's unique selling points made it one of the most prestigious addresses in Russia. Its spiral design was unlike anything else in Moscow, instantly recognizable and frequently featured in architectural magazines. It wasn't just an office building, it was a statement of power and modernity. The tower combined visual artistry with engineering genius, making it stand out even among the other skyscrapers of Moscow City. Its panoramic views, luxurious interiors, and reputation as a financial hub made it a status symbol for businesses and elites. It represented Russia's ambition to stand shoulder to shoulder with global financial centers like London, Dubai, and New York. This strike, however, has added a dark new layer to its identity. While once celebrated for beauty, it is now remembered for vulnerability. The world will continue to recognize its unique design, but from now on, conversations about the tower will also involve the words drone strike, war, and fragility. The price tag of the Evolution Tower was a staggering $3 billion. This included not only construction, but also design, land value, and luxury interior fittings. For many Russians, it was a symbol of the country's modernization efforts and its ability to invest in futuristic projects. Businesses paid extraordinary rents to occupy spaces inside, and it stood as a sign of wealth in the capital. With the strike, the discussion around the price takes a grim turn. How do you evaluate a $3 billion masterpiece when it becomes vulnerable to a drone that may cost less than $50? This comparison has shocked global observers, showing how modern warfare has completely changed the balance between cost and effectiveness. The tower remains incredibly valuable, but its status has been damaged, not just financially, but symbolically. Repair costs are expected to be in the tens of millions, but the greater cost is the loss of prestige and the psychological impact on Moscow's citizens and business community. In conclusion, the Ukrainian drone strike on the $3 billion Evolution Tower in Moscow is more than just a story of damage to a building. It is a story about the clash between modern architecture and modern warfare, between symbols of wealth and instruments of destruction. The tower's exterior beauty has been scarred, its interior luxury shaken, its performance tested, its safety features stretched to the limit, its unique selling points overshadowed, and its price mocked by the cost-effectiveness of drone warfare. For the people of Moscow, it was a shocking reminder that even the tallest, most secure, most glamorous structures are not beyond reach. For the global community, it has raised pressing questions about the future of urban security and the vulnerabilities of architectural marvels. And for the narrative of this conflict, it marks another chapter where symbols of pride turn into targets of war. As the footage continues to circulate worldwide, the Evolution Tower stands tall but wounded, a towering reminder of how fragile even the strongest structures can be in times of conflict.